Hey, what's up everybody? I'm TJ, a lifelong machinist, and I make these devices that are called Thunder Mugs. These guys right here. And every time I talk to my friends and family about the fact that I machine Thunder Mugs on the nights and weekends for my hobby, they always ask me, what's a Thunder Mug? What in the blazing heck is that? And anyways, I wanted to take some time to talk about what it is and also how to use it properly for all those people on eBay that I sell these to. So basically, what these are a signaling device. They came about in the 15th century, somewhere in Europe, and what they were used for is when a ship came into port, they would, the captain of the ship would grab one of these guys. It looked very different than they do now, right? And they would fill it up with black powder, and they would point it in the direction of the port captain, and he'd fire it off as a signal to the port captain, letting him know that the port captain could board his ship and come aboard to start trading goods and things like that. And that way the ship could be parked out in the harbor, far away from port if it needed to be for any reason. And that's what they were used for primarily. It was a signaling device to just let people know that they were there and ready to board. Nowadays, ship captains don't need to use these, but they're still very much used today for celebrations and parties and things like that, anytime you want to have a big boom. And so these work on the same principle. You load it with black powder, and there's a fuse hole right here. You put a fuse inside of it, and you can light them off, and it makes a tremendous boom, louder than any firearm I've ever shot before, and it just is the life of the party. So that's what these guys are actually used for. Basically, it's a reusable firecracker, except this firecracker is the loudest firecracker you can possibly hear, right? And still safe because it is using black powder. And the type of black powder that can be used is Pyrodex, which is actually a black powder substitute for our modern day stuff. And you can also use FG, FFG, and there's a triple FG type black powder that you can use to pour inside of these guys. So what I'm going to show next is how to properly load it. Today I got back from the range and took some videos out there. So we'll go ahead and pull up that video right now and show how to properly use it. And also I got some great footage of us torture testing the Thunder Mugs by just shooting it with all kinds of guns. So I hope you enjoy that. All right, let's get on to it.
Okay, to load these Thunder Mugs, the first thing we're going to do is grab our 1/8 inch cake fuse, trimmed to about 6 to 8 inches long, and load it up into the fuse hole first. Then we're going to pour out about 1/4 cup of Pyrodex powder and put it down inside of the cavity of the Thunder Mug. After we pour it in, you're going to notice that I'm going to be using a wooden dowel to pack the powder in first, and then I'm going to put wadding. And the wadding that I use in my Thunder Mugs is just a plain old hot dog bun. Hot dog buns compress extremely well down inside the cavity of the Thunder Mug, and the key to success for a really loud Thunder Mug is to get the cavity as packed tightly as you possibly can. The more compression behind the powder, the greater the boom. Something that I want to point out as well as I'm loading this is you can see I'm wearing a set of safety glasses, and I'm keeping my body and face as far away from the mug as possible, just in the event that if it ever does go off, I'm as far away as I can be. And you'll notice I'm not putting anything down the muzzle. These are for noise making only and are not intended to be shooting any type of projectile or golf ball or anything of that sort. Only wadding.
Hey, fire in the hole!
Let's pause here for a moment. I took this video with my iPhone, and it really doesn't do justice to the amount of shockwave that's going through the air. 120 decibels is reaching that thunderclap level of loudness, which I think is incredibly impressive, and especially considering that this is 75 feet away from where we were standing when we were filming. So just another safety heads up. Please keep your distance away from these Thunder Mugs when they're going off, because they can be dangerous. Anyways, Let's get to shooting a thunderbug so we can see how durable this thing is built.
Well, that was fun. These are not meant to be shot at. Those videos were just to have a little bit of fun on one of my Thunder mugs that was a little bit older. And I just wanted to show that a solidly built mug like this, it is tough, and it can last a lifetime, and especially under really harsh conditions like being shot at. But if you look at this thing, what's cool about it is when we shot at it with the 9mm, it just barely left marks on it. You can see the dots here from the 9mm, and then there's a couple of rounds here from the 5.56. This one is there's a little dimple on the bottom from a 5.562, and then that is from the 308. So yeah, it left a big crater in it, but its wall thickness is still strong, still a nice smooth bore on the inside. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing to my channel, because I'm going to be coming out with more stuff to come out and make videos of and manufacture here in my shop. And just a little sneak peek, I've got a little thing going on right now, a new style of Thunder mugs here, where they're kind of shaped like a 9mm bullet. Still serve the same purpose, just got a cooler look. So stay tuned for that, and cheers. Have a great time.